Hello everyone, this is the PCD for AtCoder beginner contest number 271. Let's start with question number A. The question was a basic question for representing a decimal number in hexadecimal format. Hexadecimal means representing the number in powers of 16. So we can get an hexadecimal number from the decimal by simply dividing it by 16 multiple times and storing its remainder. Right? For example, if we divide 16 by 12 by 16. It gives a remainder of 12. So in hexadecimal, we basically represent the number in forms of 0 to 9, with digits 0 to 9, and then with alphabets from A to F. From numbers greater than 10, we represent them by letters. For example, 10 is A, B is 12, B is for 11, 12 is for C, 13 is represented by D, and so on up to 15, which is represented by F. Right? So now for this question, we have given the decimal number, find the hexadecimal form of it, and the condition is the length of that should be 2. We can make a length, or we can make its length 2 by just adding arbitrary zeros before the number. So the code for this was as follows. So you first take the input for the decimal number and make an array of res. Then we keep on dividing the number by 16 until it becomes 0 and store its remainder. Right? Now the res format has all its remainder. And now if the length of the res array is less than 2, we just simply add a 0 to it. Next, we have to convert numbers greater than 10, the remainders greater than 10 to the respective letters. So I took a map and converted them, and using the map, I converted the numbers to the letters, respective letters. The problem is we store the remainders in the reverse order. And now we have to simply reverse our answer array to get the correct answer. Let's dry run it so we get the answer, so you can understand it properly. For example, if you have 99, the example, we divide it by 16. And let's see, we divided by 16, we get for 6 as a quotient, and 96. The remainder is 3. This is our rest. Just append this remainder to this. Next, we again divide this 6 by 16. So 0, 0, and we get a remainder of 6, and we store this remainder. Now, in order to get the answer, we have to just simply reverse it. The answer becomes 63 as given in the sample. Next, for example, in 12, we divide it by simply 16 again and 0. The answer becomes 12 and 0, and we just our rest becomes remainder becomes 12, and our rest becomes 12. As the length of the rest is 1 and we need a length of 2, we just simply append a 0 to the rest. Next, we convert these numbers greater than 2 to their respective characters. So for 12, we have C, and the rest becomes C0, and then we simply reverse it and print it. The answer becomes 0C as given in the sample. That's it for A. Let's go to number B. The question for B was there were L sequences. Sorry, there were N sequences, and each sequence having allied number of numbers. Now we have to answer Q queries, and simply we Q queries having numbers SK and TK. SK denoting the sequence number and TK denoting the number in the sequence, the index of the number in the sequence. For this, we simply take an input. We simply take the input as a 2D array. Let me show you. Yes. First, we take n and q as inputs, then make an empty array for it, and take the array as a 2D, take the input as a 2D array, right? Here, the first number represents the number of numbers in the sequence. So thus we ignore it and simply take the in the 2D array, store the ignore the first number and store the remaining ones. And thus our 2D array is formed. Then simply we have given the queries, the x and y indices, then simply print the number in that indices, and that's the answer for our number B.